The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go, son.
Oh, lady.
Yeah, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. He's checking.
Oh, lady.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Watch switch. Say.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Out. Check. Lucky. Check. Under 10. 10.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
I'm coming after you. You.
Red 80.
Check 24.
Oh, lady.
Check.
Hey, Delta.
Check.
Darnold from the gun. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Let's go now. 8 lead.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check 43.
Pilot, 64, weak.
36. Check. Switch.
Hard. Go.
Go now.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set up. 61. Match box white.
Let's go. Check 15. Check 15. Let's go.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Okay, ready?
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Big dance, big dance. Come, come. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Where's 52? Watch 52.
Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they try the right side here. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now the try here for the point after. Well, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. A run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
He's telling him to run, tell him to run. Five down, stand up in. 52's the mic, boy, 52. Rip right. Mike 52, Mike 52.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go.
Bravo. Yes.
52's the mic, right over there, right? 52's the mic. You.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's pulled in at the 32. Well, very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Get ready. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 9. Slam. Shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch that.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Tighten up. Lady. Check 99.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Mike 59. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. The lady. 59's Mike. Check, 59. Yeah.
Hey, box drop.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. 25 yards that time. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Mike 5-2. Ready? Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's ready. No. Off. Check. Check 25. Got you, boy.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Dolphins' 16-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bills 7, Dolphins nothing.
Defense wins championships, baby. Red 80.
Hey, Echo.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Tighten up, tighten up.
From the 16, Darnold to the end zone, but it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
59, Mike. Check, 59. Yo. Mike, check, 59.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Caught by the tight end Ertz. That he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Go.
Come on. You better bring it. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, defense.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
On 3. Motion. And 80.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, Mike 52. All day.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Switch.
Hey, orbit.
52's the mic, boy. 52.
Now.
2nd and 6. And his throw here is incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Check.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosegolnupe to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Hey, come on, no, come on, no.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Let's get it.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 42. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards.
First down, Miami.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Take 3. 218, chop it. Hey, lock it.
Slam. Check safety. He's coming. We got double up. Check 26. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
Check 50, let's go.
Check 3.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Corey Grant, 42 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Of course, he's fresh off the Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC, and what a game it was last week, and a long touchdown run right there.
He and his offensive line, the receivers blocking downfield, they're all in sync right now. Could carry him to a second straight Player of the Week award.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately. I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Watch the edge. Jim. Lady.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now it's Bird on the return. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Dolphin football.
First and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we?
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Corey Grant with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Set, ready. 90, Wolf.
right here. We got to step it up.
General West.
Whip, whip. Watch the whip. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Leo. Go.
On first down, Grant. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is right down the middle. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Hey, high 7. 6-6, pull it high.
Slam, slam, slam. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Go. Shoot.
They go back to Grant. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready. 18, Gator. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win home.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and it's 3rd and 5.
Mike, 53, Mike. Who that? Lady.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Darnold now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Darnold to throw again. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Dances by him. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Hey, Steve 6.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, D.
Play action. It's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the safety creep. Back. Red 80.
Hey, Alpha.
Here's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the out.
A carry here for the big tight end. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On the ready.
52, Mike, 52. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Check 13.
Rock it.
You got tight.
On 3rd down, Grant. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jerome Baker in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. And he connects with Ertz. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Darnold completes it. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, Delta.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already. As they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. To try again after the sack. Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Come on, QB, come on. Check. Check. 53's mine.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 23-yard run. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
We're going to sign 53, Mike. Watch the pass.
Now a handoff looking right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Lady. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. What's the run?
Darnold. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Now they try the right side here and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st down, it's Grant. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
5 down. Stand up in. Bang, 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 bang.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
We're going to sign 53, Mike.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now Darnold. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, get him, get him, get him. You got him. Hey, Eddie.
Throwing on second and long. Darnold. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
This is a perfect example of what separates the elite quarterbacks. Has his man open, way too anxious, ends up firing it in there with way too much zip on it. The great ones, they know how to relax and put the appropriate velocity on the football.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Let's go, let's go. Here we go.
Bravo.
53, Mike, 53.
Darnold now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Check. Young lady. Check. Lucky. Check.
On fourth down, Darnold. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jerome Baker, and that will force a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
We go. 50 plant.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
They go.
They'll run on first down. Grant. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
52's the mic. Let's get off the field.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Army. Hey, Mike, 52.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Dolphins take advantage of the turnover and put up 6.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
On second and 9, Darnold. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do, but they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Dolphins, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.